Hey guys, Redneck Mini 14 here. Just going to do a quick show and tell of this knife sharpener that I picked up for my bug out bag. This is the Sharpal or Sharpal 6-in-1 knife sharpening tool. Here's the packaging: 6-in-1 knife sharpener and survival tool. So, as you can see, it is pretty compact. It is smaller than my SOG Fielder, and this for a long time was my main knife that I carried. And I used this knife every day. Well, I carried it every day for probably about 3 years. Used it to open countless boxes and other things like stabbing, windshield washer fluid bottles at work, to dump them into the big barrel of windshield washer fluid. And I gutted a couple deer with this. So this knife has been through the ringer a time or two, and I never sharpened it until just recently with this sharpening tool. And I can definitely say it feels a lot sharper than it once was. Now, I haven't really used it, but I can tell you, based off of how the edge was before to what it is now, just a few quick swipes through the number 2 slot on the sharpening tool, it is much sharper. So 6-in-1, what do you get? So you have 2 different, I don't even know what kind of specific names you call these sharpeners, but 2 of these V-notch sharpening areas. One is kind of like for a rough edge, and one is kind of for a fine edge. I used the number 2 for that knife. The number 1, I guess, if you don't want it to be as fine, I don't really know. I kind of have to play around with that, but you do get 2 different styles to sharpen different types of knives. You also have this little stick here, which is a sharpening rod, and it can be used for serrated edges, and it can also be used for sharpening fishing hooks. I imagine they're talking about really big deep sea fishing hooks you use to get swordfish and sharks and things like that. I wouldn't sharpen a small, just catfishing fishing hook or whatever. So this is considered two things in one. So what do they say about this? So gut hook sharpener, if this will focus. So it's used to sharpen gut hooks and serrated edges, and it's also meant for sharpening fish hooks as well. Okay, so here it is for the 2 slots: coarse sharpening and fine honing is what they call it. So this is considered 2-in-1, this little sharpening rod, and that just pops right in there. So that's 4. So what else do you get? You get a striker, a sparker for starting fires. You can use the back of your knife and make sparks with this little striker. The other thing is there is a whistle in here. So you just hold it up to your mouth and it's a whistle for signaling or communicating. So that's kind of cool. So it's a nice little 6-in-1, although I'd probably consider it 5-in-1 just because they're considering this little rod here 2 different things, but to me it's one thing. So I would consider this a 5-in-1, but hey, 5 things in one is definitely cool for me, and it definitely would be something good to put in a bug out bag. I'm probably gonna test it out a little more and see just how well these 2 little sharpening V notches work, and maybe even try the sparker. I don't really know if I would ever use this, but it is nice to have, and of course it's always nice to have a whistle in case you need to signal somebody. So 6-in-1 Sharpal or Sharpal. I'm not really sure how you were supposed to pronounce it, but a 6-in-1 sharpening and survival tool. So that's that. Subscribe to my channel, like me on Facebook. I'm Redneck Mini 14, and until next time, be safe.